Genesis 1 verse 20 says, "And God said, Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." This verse marks the beginning of the fifth day of creation, a powerful moment where life in the seas and the skies comes into existence. Until this point in the creation narrative, God had formed the heavens, the earth, the plants, the sun, moon, and stars. But now, for the first time, the text introduces living, moving beings, creatures that fill the world with energy, motion, and diversity. The waters are no longer still and empty, they are teeming with life. This choice of word teem reflects abundance, variety, and the overflowing creativity of God. Similarly, the skies are no longer vast and silent. They are filled with birds flying freely across the expanse. The imagery shows God's design of balance, life filling both water below and sky above, covering creation with vitality. This verse also highlights God's command and authority. Notice how it does not describe a struggle or process, but a simple word, God said. By His word alone, life bursts into existence. This underscores the power of divine speech, the same word that later in Scripture is described as eternal and life-giving. It reminds us that all living things, whether in the deep sea or high above in the skies, owe their very breath and movement to the Creator. Genesis 1 verse 20 also shows the beginning of ecosystems, the sea with its creatures and the air with its birds, both playing a role in sustaining the balance of creation. Even scientifically, we see how oceans are vital for oxygen and climate balance, and how birds spread seeds and maintain ecological health. Though written thousands of years ago, the verse resonates with modern understanding that creation is interconnected. Spiritually, this verse carries a deeper meaning about God's intention for life to flourish. The waters and skies symbolize the unknown and the vast, yet God fills even these with beauty and purpose. It shows that God does not create sparingly but generously. Abundance is His nature. It also teaches us about freedom. Birds soaring in the sky represent the liberty and lightness of God's creation, while the sea creatures remind us of the mystery and depth of life that God sustains even in places we cannot see. For believers, this verse calls us to recognize God's hand not only in grand celestial bodies but also in every fish, every bird, and every small living thing that inhabits the earth. It urges gratitude, humility, and responsibility, reminding us that creation is not random but purposeful. In personal reflection, Genesis 1 verse 20 can encourage us to look at the natural world with reverence. Every flight of a bird and every ripple in the ocean can be a reminder of God's creative power and love for diversity. It inspires awe for the beauty of life, but also a sense of stewardship, because if God filled the earth so abundantly, it becomes humanity's role to care for and protect this gift.